So hello, everybody. This is Young Family Tai Chi, Section 1 class. And the new move today is raise hands and step forward. So what I'd like to do is do the first section up to what we did last time, a couple of times as a warm-up and a review. Okay, so I'm going to turn around and I'm going to call it. And here we go. So feet shoulders width apart, head up, hands at your sides. Sink your hips just a little bit. Prepare. Opening. Turn your hands, come up to shoulder level and press down almost to the bottom. Grasp the bird's tail, left ward off. Shift left, turn right, all the weight on the right. Step and close. Turn and separate. Ward off right. Shift right. Turn the left toe to the corner. All the weight goes to the left. Pull in, step and close, shift weight and ward off. Roll back. Rotate your arms. Turn to the corner. And then shift your weight back. Using a waist turn, go to the other corner. Press. Pull in the right, detach the left, and expand forward. Push. Square up your shoulders, flatten your hands. Come back over a ball and push forward. Single width. Shift your weight back as you flatten your hands. Pull and turn all the way around. Press down, release the left foot. Ward off with the left, hook hand with the right. Standing ward off. Step. Flatten your foot as you deflect and strike. Okay, one more time. Feet shoulder width apart. Head up, hips down, hands by your side. Prepare. Opening. Turn your hands toward the back. Raise them to shoulder level. Come, press down almost to the bottom. Grasp the bird's tail, ward off left. Shift left, turn right, all the way to the right. Step and close, shift weight separate. Ward off right, shift right, turn the left toe to the corner, all the way to the left. Pull in, step and close, shift weight and separate. Roll back. Turn your arms and your waist to the corner. Shift weight back, turn your waist to the other corner. Press, pull in the right, attach the left, and expand forward. Push. Square up your shoulders, flatten your hands, come back over a ball, hands in front of your chest, and push forward. Single width. Shift back, flatten your hands. Pull and turn all the way around. Press down, release the left foot, ward off with the left, hook hand with the right. standing ward off step. Flatten your foot as you deflect, strike and shift weight. Okay. Couple of reminders in terms of the aggressive bird's tail. One is that I want you to remember that when you push, I want you, so you're at press. When you push, when you press, can you see that there's a line from my heel to my neck? When you flatten your hands and come back, I want you to retain that angle, the angle on your back, and push forward. In other words, I do not want you to lean back, okay? I want you to come back by sitting and then coming forward, okay? So come back by sitting on the back leg and then pushing forward. How does that feel? It should feel more stable, okay? Because whenever you lean back, you will not feel stable. The other thing I would like to review is single whip. And one of the things I forgot to mention when we were talking about it last week was you end single whip with a bow stance. So when you started with a bow stance this way, you're going to shift your weight to the left, turn the right, shift the weight to the right, and pivot. When you pivot, your hips can turn, and then you're going to pull in and step out and make a bow stance. What often happens is that you're in a good bow stance here, and then you turn and you pivot, but then when you come and make a bow stance here, you're too narrow. You see that? I want you to think wide, step out further. That's why you pull in. So here, come back. When you turn and you pivot, you pull in order to center and then step out. Otherwise, you would be going like this, and we don't do that. You want to always center and then step out. Okay? So that should help your balance. And if you have trouble making that 135-degree turn, the easiest way to fix that, let's say that you're here and you have a hard time making this turn. The way, I think the easiest way to fix it is just move your weight here, and instead of trying to pivot and getting it all the way, just pick it up and put it down where you want it. Then you can step out. So if you just pick it up and put it down, then you're sure to get the positioning. Okay? How does that sound? So let's do a couple of single whips. I'll do it facing you. Okay. So if we're at push, then As I shift weight back, my hands flatten. Then I turn and pull. And so what I'm doing here is I'm pulling somebody's arm, and this hand is following, holding their shoulder. Can you imagine pulling somebody's wrist and this hand is following, holding the shoulder? And that's why you have this distance. And this hand is bent and this hand is straight because you're pulling and following. Then as you turn all the way to the side, then you press down and release the left foot. Then ward off with the left, hook hand with the right. Then standing ward off, you're pulling in and stepping out. Then as you flatten your foot, you're deflecting. And then as you bend your knee, you're striking. So the ending position, your torso is straight up and down, and you are looking through the tiger's mouth. So don't sneak a peek by looking out the side. Turn your head and look. Okay? So let me see you do it. Okay. Let's say, let's just do a single whip. So that would be just one move. Okay. So you're going to be pushing toward your right. Okay. Then you're going to turn and pull. Turn the left foot, pull all the way around, press down, make a hook hand with the right, stand and ward off with the left, standing ward off as you step, shift weight and strike. Okay, how did that feel? Questions? So what I want you to feel when you're turning is think about flinging somebody over. Okay, you're flinging your opponent away. So your left elbow is bent, your right is following, and you're swinging them away. Then you're going to press down in front, chest level, ward off with the left, hook hand with the right, standing ward off, step, flatten, strike. So in order to get that standing, that vertical stance, what happens here is as you strike, you are going to turn a little bit more than corner, so that your hip can come down and you can have that vertical stance. So standing ward up, I'll do it toward you. Okay. So if I'm here, I'm turning, pressing down, releasing the left foot, ward off with the left, hook hand with the right. Standing ward off, step, deflect, strike.
No.
So remember when you make your you're coming around and you're pressing down. Ward off, hook hand. Standing ward off, Latin strike. During the whole time, you still are maintaining your body shape. And how do you do that? You do that by turning. So when you're here, I don't want you to come out here. I want you to maintain that shape. Okay, so you're here and it's your body turning that puts you there. I don't want you to come out here. Okay, so when you come here and you make, okay, it's like rollback. Remember when you did rollback? When you were here, once you made your hand shape, it stayed the same. It's your body that's moving. Same thing here with single whip. Okay, so here, okay. Questions? Okay, no questions. Let's go to the next move. Okay, the next move is raise hands and step forward. And the new thing about this move is that it introduces the heel touch empty stance. So if I am doing a bow stance, I have one foot at 45 degrees and one foot straight, right? I'm at shoulders width apart, because if I move this in and pull forward, I'm shoulders width apart. The difference with empty stances is that there are two differences. One is a bow stance is shoulders width apart and the weight distribution is 60 in the front and 40 in the back. For an empty stance, the weight distribution is 70 in the back and 30 in the front, and the feet are one line, two sides. Can you see? It's not shoulder width apart, but also not cross. Okay, I want it to be one line, two sides, so that if you pull your heel back, they're next to each other. Or the more standard way of doing it, make the feet parallel and they're right next to each other, right? So the back foot, 45 degrees, and the front foot, if you're heel touch, I want the entire heel on the ground. In other words, not just the heel edge. I want the whole heel on the ground. And that's how you get your 30%. The difference between the empty stance and the bow stance also has to do with the primary direction. In other words, when you're doing a bow stance, you are moving forward. When you bend your front knee, it's forward. You're moving forward. When you're doing an empty stance, your primary direction for the front foot is down. So you have your entire heel down, entire heel contacting the ground, and then you're pushing 30% down. So if you look at a bow stance from the side, okay, I have 60 in the back, 60 in the front and 40 in the back. And I have this angle, right? When I have my bow, empty stance, I have 70 in the back and 30 in the front, and I have one line, two sides. But I still have that angle. The back still has an angle so that my weight is centered between my feet. Can you see that? So the 70 in the back, but the 30 is pushing down. And I had the slight angle to show this pushing down feeling. In the case of the heel touch, your hips are still pretty much toward the corner. When you do a ball touch, which is also one line, two sides, also 70% in the back and 30 in the front. But with a ball touch, what happens is your orientation is more forward. So that's the main difference. The orientation of the body is more forward with a ball touch and more toward the corner with the heel touch. Okay. So I'm going to show you raise hands and step forward first in the same direction you would be doing it. That is facing that way. So you would be starting from single width. And what you would do is you would shift weight toward the back and turn this foot toward the corner. Then all the weight goes toward the left, pushing off the ball of the right. Then pull in, root, and close. So in terms of the footwork, if I'll do it facing you. I have a bow stance. I'm going to turn the front foot toward the corner. I'm going to move the weight toward the left, pivoting the right, and then pull in, step out my heel, then 30% goes in the front. Okay, so let's try that again. I'll do it in the same direction as you. So if we're here, bow stance, left foot forward, 60% in the front, 40% in the back. I'm going to shift weight back to release this foot. Then I'm going to turn on the heel so that this goes toward the corner. Then I'm going to shift my weight to the left by pushing off the ball of the right, turning, then pull in, touch with the heel, and put 30% on the heel. Okay, any questions? What?
One more time, please.
Okay, so in the same direction you're doing it, right? So bow stance, left foot forward, 60% in the front, 40% in the back. Shift weight back in order to release the left. Then turn the left to the corner. Then push off the ball of the right to put the weight on the left. This allows you to pivot, then pull in, place the ball, the heel, and put down 30%. Okay, one more time. Bow stand, left foot forward, 60% in the front, 40% in the back. Shift back. Turn the left foot to the corner. push off the ball of the right to put the weight on the left. Pivot, pull in, place the heel, and put down 30%.
Thank you.
Does that feel okay?
Yes.
All right. Now the hand.
Ah,
I'm going to show you the hand in the same direction as you first, and then I'll turn around and do it so you can see it. Okay? So you're going from single whip. So when you shift weight back and turn your foot, nothing happens with the hands. Then as you push off with the right, you release the hook hand and start circling and root and close. When you close, you're turning your waist. Can you see that? So the primary movement from the point of view of the hands, the energy is like this, okay? And when you push down, turn your waist and put your hands together. Can you see that? And your hands come like to the center. If you think of your nose as the center, you have the center line, your hands come to that center line. Okay? So it's as if somebody were punching you and you were breaking their arm, which is not a very nice thing, but that's the way the energy works. And as in all of the rest of Yang Tai Chi, the movement is circular. So if you look at it from the side, let's see if I can, let's say I do it this way. I'm starting here. I turn. I push off. I release my hand. I'm making a circle. Can you see that? So let me do that again. So if I'm here, single whip, turn, push off the ball, come back, root, turn. So that's the energy. The 30% goes down and the turn happens at the same time. Yes.
I know what you mean by root, but I'm not sure you've gone into that in a lot of detail with this class.
Oh, okay. So
maybe I'm
yeah.
but
Okay.
but I think you could dilate on that a little.
Okay. So whenever you step, you root first. So when I say step, what I'm really saying is root. That is contact. Okay. So if I say that I want for left ward off, step and close. What I mean is I am contacting with that foot. I'm rooting, and then I'm moving energy into it. Okay. So you have to root before you can have any energy either coming from or into your legs. Okay. So rooting is more apparent with bow stances because you feel like you're moving forward and you're really pushing into the ground. With empty stances, because you're only putting 30%, you don't feel the rooting as much. But actually, it's more important because when you have a bow stance, what happens is the bow stance not only by pushing down into the ground gives your hands the energy, it also positions you. So it's much more important for positioning and retaining your upward stance. So from the side, you can see here, because you are narrow. In other words, you don't have the bow, the width of the bow stance. You're narrower. It's more important that your stance is secure. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so remember when you do the raise hands and step forward, they're looking at the hands. What happens is you were in a bow stand, a single whip. When you turn and start facing forward, you start circling. This is the wind up for your close. So think of circling and then closing. Okay, so you're winding up, close. Okay, so that's the way your energy is going. Questions? So let's do that a few times. Okay, I'll do it facing you so you can see my hands. So if we're at single width, we shift toward the right so that your left foot can turn to the corner. Then push off the ball of your right foot. Start circling your arms. Pull in, step, and 30%. So, okay, so you get that closing feeling as you step down. Okay, try again. Single width, shift right, turn the left foot to the corner. Push off the ball of the right as you circle. Pull in, step, and 30%. Yes.
Rita, when you step, are you stepping with the heel of your foot?
You are stepping with the heel, and then as you're putting the 30%, the whole, what I think of as the ball of the heel, goes into the ground. So you think of your the ball of your foot. Well, your heel has a ball too, right? So you want the whole ball of the heel to contact the ground and get that energy from the ground. Okay? So you it's just like when you do a bow stance, you step and then you go heel, ball, toe, bend knee, right? So here you step and then you put the ball of the heel down. Just like when you have a ball touch, you start putting the toe down and then you put more weight down on the ball of the foot when you have a ball touch, right? We'll use the ball touch in the next move when we do white crane, okay? But for this one, I want you to get used to the idea of setting your foot, what we call rooting, and then transferring that weight. Okay, so you get this feeling when you have raised hands. Okay, So when you're coming out a single wick, your right hand is actually a little higher than your left, except for you, Lorraine. But when you shift to the right and you turn your left foot to the corner, you start circling. Your right hand still stays higher than the left. And then root and close. Your right hand remains higher than the left. Can you see that? So very often people describe it as being kind of like swimming, you know, this round feeling. So you're here, you turn. Push off and circle. Root and close. So from here, circle, root and close. I'll do it from the other side. Here. Push off, circle, root and close. So close. When you finish closing, can you see my hands are on two sides of the line, my center line? So my feet are one line, two sides, and my hands are one line, two sides. Can you see that? So this is actually a relatively difficult one for people to feel the energy because they're not used to generating energy with a waist turn. It's easier for them to generate pushing forward as opposed to coming from both sides. Can you see that? Okay, how about we put it together and we do it from the beginning? Do you have any questions? Maria, do you have questions?
No, but they're coming. The whole thing up to the.
Okay, okay. So let's start from the beginning. Okay, we're going to have feet, shoulders width apart, hand, head up, hips down, hands by your side. Prepare. Opening. Rotate your arms, hands back. Come up to shoulder level and press down, leading with your elbows almost to the bottom. Grasshopper's tail, ward off left. Shift left, turn right, all the way to the right. Step and close, turn and shift weight. Ward off right, shift right. Turn the left foot to the corner, all the way to the left. Pull in, step and close, shift weight and separate. Roll back. Turn your waist and your arms to the corner. Shift your weight back. Turn your waist to the other corner. Press. Pull in the right. Attach the left and expand forward. push. Square up your shoulders, flatten your hands, come back over a ball, hands in front of your chest, and push up to shoulder level. Single whip, shift back, flatten your hands, turn and pull all the way around. Release the left foot, ward off with the left, hook hand with the right, pull in, standing ward off, step, deflect, strike. Raise hands and step forward. Shift right. Turn the left foot to the corner. Push off the right ball. Circle, pull in, root, and turn. How did that feel?
When you say turn, are you turning from left to right?
Which move are you talking about?
At the very end.
Okay, at the very end, you are I'll do it this way and then I'll do it facing you, okay? So from here, or I'll do it this way. So here, I'm pushing off the ball of the right. Root and turn. Turn. So the waist turns. So if I'm facing you, I'm coming around. Can you see that?
Mhm. Okay.
So it is turning toward the left.
Okay.
Okay. So let's try that again. We'll do it from or let's just do it from push so we can practice more of that last move. So if we were at push, right foot forward, bow stance, then shift back, flatten your hands, single whip, turn all the way around, press down, release the left foot, ward off with the left, hook hand with the right, pull in, standing ward off, step, deflect, strike. Raise hands and step forward. Shift to the right. Turn the left foot to the corner. Circle your arms as you push off the ball of the right. Root with the right and turn. Come together. Okay? One more time and then we'll do it from the beginning. So from push, single whip, shift back, flatten your hands, turn and pull all the way around, press down, release the left foot, ward off with the left, hook hand with the right, standing ward off, step, deflect, strike, raise hands and step forward, shift right, turn the left toe to the corner, push off the right ball, circle the arms, root and turn and put that 30% in the front heel.
So when you turn, is your arm facing the corner or straight?
Straight.
Straight.
So here, circle, root. Can you see? I have the line in the front. My hands are on both sides of the line. My feet are on both sides of that line.
Mhm.
Okay, so it's come together. It's this is not a move that we use that often. The heel touch and coming together. Essentially, your heel touch stabilizes your body so that when you come together, you can, you can be solid while you're essentially attacking your opponent. So don't forget, when you're coming from single whip, you shift back, you turn, you circle your arms. Circle your arms. Because that winds up your energy so that when you come together, you have strength, right? So here, push off the right circle, root, come together and turn. Your energy comes from basically pushing down on the heel and turning. So you're pushing and turning at the same time. Can you see that? What do you think, Lorraine? You don't like it?
I have to work on it.
Okay, so when you're come back, or from this side, circling. We'll do it one more time from the beginning and then we'll close class. Okay? So stand shoulders width apart, head up, hips down, hands by your side. Prepare. Opening. Rotate your arms, hands back, raise up to shoulder level, press down almost to the bottom. Grasp the bird's tail, ward off left, shift left, turn right, all the way to the right. Step and close. Shift weight and turn. Ward off right. Shift right. Turn the left foot to the corner. All the way to the left. Pull in, step and close. Shift weight and separate. Roll back. Turn to the corner. Then shift your weight back and turn to the other corner. Press, pull in the right, attach to the left, and expand forward. Push, square up your shoulders, flatten your hands, come back over a ball, and push forward. Single whip. Shift weight back as you flatten your hands. Pull and turn all the way around. Press down, release the left foot. Ward off left, hook hand right. Pull in, standing ward off, step, deflect, strike. Raise hands and step forward. Shift right. Turn the left foot to the corner. Circle your arms as you push off the right ball. Root and close. 30% weight in the front. Feel better?
Mhm.
Good. Okay. Next week will be a much more complicated move. White crane.
Can I ask you?
Yes, yes.
I was going to say that is the prelude to white crane,
That's the move.
using with a for with a senior form. Would you mind telling me again? Because after that, I thought I knew it, but I have special dyslexia. I want to
Okay. So which white crane do you want? The senior
one-
form white?
before
What?
I'm confused with the next one, I want to make sure that with the senior form, what happens when I put my foot back? I forgot about the arms. I mean, the left and right confuses me. With
Okay, I'm going to do the white crane from the senior form mirror image to you. Okay,
thank you.
so that you can see it. Okay, so if you're at almost to the bottom, you've just finished opening, right? What you're going to do is you're going to shift weight to the left. Okay, and your elbows come out,
Oh, all right.
right?
All right.
And your right hand is in front of your left.
Oh,
Okay. Then when you circle, you're going to circle and move your foot back. Your right foot goes back. Okay. Your hands are at 6 and 12. Then you push off your left heel and your hands are a 3 and 9. Step and close. White crane.
okay. Oh, thank you. Because the key
Okay.
to that, I think, is putting the right hand over the left so that I'll know how to do it, because that's where the confusion begins.
But wait,
Okay.
But you're gonna do the plain old,
I'm going to do the old one next time. Yes.
yeah.
But it's because we just had a review class for the first move of the senior form, which is white crane. But
Okay.
it's a very peculiar white crane.
Okay.
Actually, if you never learned Tai Chi before, the senior form white crane is easier. It's just that people knew the long form that they get confused, you know?
Right, especially if you have to right and left issues in my mind. So I think if I put my hand one over the other, then I'll know how in what direction.
Well, it's not so much one over the other, it's one in front of the other.
Oh, one in
They're
front.
at,
Okay.
they're in the same level. So when you're here and you shift to the left, your right hand is further forward than your left. Okay, then as you go back, your hands go to 6 and 12. Then as you push off the heel of the front foot, you're at 3 and 9. Then you're going to close, change your footwork to toe, and then 30% in the front.
Okay, I've looked at it. I've looked at it many times.
Well, maybe I screwed up that time.
No,
Okay,
no,
let's see.
fine, I could get.
So here, there. That one is mirror image. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Next time, we'll do the real one. Okay. So thank you very much for coming to class,
Thank you.
and I'll see you next week.
That's it.
Okay.
Thank
Thanks, Rita. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.